Okay, here's our All Stars Hair 2019. We have Audra and Brittany helping us out today. So we're gonna, this year's hair is the mohawk. So we're starting with a bump. Let me see, we just pull it back. We just did it really fast for example.
It'll look better.
But you just
For
pull
competition.
But we just pull the bangs back and bump it, rat it good with lots of hairspray and secure. You can secure with a ponytail and then bobby pin, or you can just secure with a bobby pin.
Okay. If you have shorter hair or thinner hair, it's probably going to be easiest to do 5 bumps. Basically, it's a messy bun mohawk. And I usually do 3 or 4 on Audra's hair. But if you have shorter or thinner hair, you might want to go with 5 because I've noticed it looks better. Has more volume to it. So we're going to do 4. Ooh, maybe. And basically you'll just want to separate it into 4 ponytails, vertical ponytails. I try to make them as even of a ponytail as possible just so it looks cleaner.
It's easiest if the roots of the hair are wet.
Yes.
So you can slick them back. They do need to be slicked. The ponytails do need to be slicked back, not just pulled back. So use water, hairspray, gel if needed.
Yep, I like this gel. You don't have to get this gel, but this is my fave. It's the Sexy Hair Blue Hair Gel. It's like lasts forever. It's kind of pricier, but I've had this bottle for years. Obviously, it's almost gone, but I like that. So usually I'll wet it really good. Actually, I usually make her get in the shower and get her hair really wet. Not wash it, because it is easier to do with a little bit of product already in it. But I make her get it all the way wet, just so the roots are good and wet. And then for thicker hair, you'll want to use these. But for the thinner hair, you could probably use those clear, just the clear rubber bands.
Like braces bands.
Yep. You can just get them at the store. They come in a big pack. But for Audra's hair, because she has so much, I use these. I just get all my ponies in, and I'd make sure it was cleaner than this, but for time purposes. I just get all my ponies first. Because then you have all your flyaways fastened in your ponies. And you're just going to put your bump in your first ponytail. I'd probably even these out because this one you'll notice is a little bit thicker than this ponytail. So normally I would fix that. You want to make sure your ponytails are nice and tight. The key is to make it look messy, but you still want it to hold for dance. And then all these flyaways, obviously, we would have slicked back. And then if you have shorter hair, like with ties, I just, on the last one, I didn't even pull it all the way through because she has like hair at the bottom that's that long. So if you have shorter hair, you can do that.
Okay, so here we have
Our
the 4 ponies.
4 ponytails. Just make them as straight as possible and as even as possible. This one's a little bit too thick. I should have put a little bit more down. Okay. So this is how I do messy buns because I'm messy bun challenged. But I just take my ponytail and split it in half. And this works really well for the mohawk, actually. So you're just gonna split it half and try to make both halves as even as possible. And try to keep your bump still in place. Hers is kind of going flat because I didn't really pull this out. So you want to make sure your bump's still in place when you got your ponytails in. Usually I've added hairspray and product on the bump, so that helps too. Okay, so I'm going to take my 2 ponytails or my ponytail that's split in half and make it 2. And then I'm going to take my elastic and I just use this hand and kind of make 2 loops like that. And then I'm going to take my elastic and go around those 2 loops. With these black ones, I go around at least twice. With the clear ones, you might only have to go around once. Like on Tyler's, I only went around once. And then I just pull it out and just kind of make sure it looks good. Okay, and then you're going to have this leftover stuff right here. This is Audra's favorite part. Because I pull your hair. No, I try not to pull her hair. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to put my thumb in here and just wrap it. So I'm creating another loop. And then I'm going to take this excess and I'm going to tuck it in the elastic that you put in. So you've got to kind of dig your finger in there. If you have nails, that will help. I don't. So you got your elastic here, this here, and you're going to tuck it inside. And you can even pull, let's see if I can show you, this excess that I've tucked inside. You can kind of pull down a little bit, and it's going to create another loop. So if you don't have as long of hair as Audra, it'll look like a loop, a loop, a loop, and then your top one will be a loop. But Audra has a lot of excess hair. So, and it's okay if you have a few little hairs sticking up at this point because it's a messy bun. And you want it to be messy but secure. Tuck that piece of hair in a little bit better. Okay, so with her excess hair, like I know Avery has long hair, and a couple other girls do, but I just kind of split these up and then I tuck it in on the side. Same thing, I just put my thumb in and then I take this and tuck it into the elastic.
You can also use bobby pins to
Yep.
loop and tuck too.
Yep. Sometimes, like when you get down to the end, it is a little harder to loop and tuck. So I do use bobby pins sometimes. And then you just do the same thing on the other side. Make sure you don't have it stuck in bobby pins or whatever you're using on your bump. Audra's hair's extra long right now because she's in need of a haircut, so. just make sure my loops look really good and they're secure. You can even pull these out up just a little bit more too. Another way I've seen it done, I can't really do it with Audras, but I've seen like a pony. I've done this before on Audras, but it's been a while. Trying to think how they did it. They had it divided into like 4 sections. And then they took the hair and then they like rolled it. But her hair's way too long for that. But if you have someone with really, really short hair, you could like roll it all the way. And then bobby pin it. But she just has way too much hair for that way. So we do this way. So yeah, just take your halves, make a loop, and then get your elastic and pull it around. Your elastic needs to be a little bit tighter on this one, but it gives the idea. And then like this, and probably bobby pin some of it. Okay, go ahead and look down for me. And it is easier to tuck the wetter the hair is. Just like with the ponytails. If you've ever seen Audras really big, it's because I didn't have it wet enough when we did it. But if you want a really big mohawk, dry is better. And I just kind of alternate the extra that I have to tuck in. So I'll do half on one side and half on the other, just to even it out. And then you just twist it around as many times as you can, but still tuck hair in. Because you want to be able to get your fingers in there. There we go. So then I would take my bobby pins and just kind of clean it up a little bit. And just make sure it's not super wobbly, like this bottom one's a little wobbly. You can even stick your bobby pin in the elastic and then stick it up in there so you notice it's a lot more secure. And you spray it like crazy. But that gives you an idea.
There we go. That's how you do the mohawk.
Looks really cool from the side.
There we go. There's the front. Beautiful. Thank you.